Hello BAME farm fans. I guess we'll make this a full anhydrous video, even though we saw some the other day. We've been getting very lucky. We've been on like the 12-hour plan, except it didn't happen this morning. The 12-hour plan is that it rains every 12 hours, maybe a tenth of an inch or so. And so far, we didn't get that rain this morning, but that's been like 4 days now that it's happened. And now we're knifing anhydrous. So yes, we're pulling the big tank behind the side dress rig and running a hose instead of stopping and waiting a half hour for it to transfer. Well, this is fun and exciting. Managed to jump on the platform. Yeah, the company we got anhydrous from this year has really nice new running gears under their tanks. Some of the tanks are new, some of them aren't so new. The tank doesn't matter so much as having like decent wheels underneath. These do get beat around a lot, and we were getting tanks at one point that well, they didn't even trail straight. And anhydrous gears should trail straight because, well, they're a fifth wheel style. They pivot in the middle and the whole axle turns. Let's see, how much are we down to? Whew. 40, 35, 40%. I'm moving, everything's moving. It's kind of hard to tell. So it's a fun bird's eye view up here. Yeah, we made it to the end of the field. These are some really long runs, and I would like to see the turn just because it's a different view. Who gets a view riding on an anhydrous tank? This is what weightlifters use to clear their nostrils out. They got little capsules they burst open. Or, now, anhydrous will not explode. I mean, it's under pressure, but if it, vents a bunch, it could really dry things out in life. Like instant mummification. Dad's not getting as close as I was. I was making the turn super tight and getting that knife right up near that wheel down there. Now, the challenge with this end of the field, I'm learning a lot about soil variability. This is a new field this year. That there's like this real dark, like black clay down here by the creek. Not that there's that much roll, but it's weird for me because it's black. And usually black is good in nice soil. At least at the house. Now this is the view from back here. I'm going to hop off when I get back to the front. Putting on about 180 pounds to the acre. So that's, about 150 pounds of nitrogen at the end. So I like anhydrous. It's the most, let's say, pure form and lowest cost per unit of nitrogen putting it on. Right now, anhydrous is $7.75 a ton. It's down from about a month ago when it was like $8.06. Okay, let's hop up and run alongside. This whole system works based on pressure. Some of the bigger rigs will have pumps and coolers, but that's because they're trying to push it out so far to so many rows. I mean, we've got wings. We could make this, well, we could add 4 more for a 9 shank, but 5 sometimes is a plenty good pull if we're fighting weather. You don't want too much in the ground. It's all about maintaining speed. You know, I can't rightly remember if I covered this yesterday, so we're tacking this on the end of the video about the procedure that we figured out for how to get these tanks to say transfer properly while on the fly. See, we figured just running it would be enough. Just having the valves open between the tanks would be enough. However, that was not enough. And we run into troubles with the regulator frosting over, which there's no water in anhydrous ammonia. But that was a sign that it was expanding so fast into a gas, and you're not quite putting enough on as a gas. Like it's supposed to be liquid all the way through the system. Just like you're letting off pressure, and as it's expanding, it's being shot out as liquid. Now the tank's fully empty because Dad ran it out yesterday just for overnight purposes. And then while we're running for a little while, we crack the vent here, and we'll get it up to probably 20 or 30%, and that's about where it'll stop. Then we can shut this off and knife for a little bit. We're going to come back here and crack it again. So yeah, the odd problem is that coming from the big tank to the front tank here is that it's expanding too much, and it was going out as a gas, and because it was expanding too much, we weren't getting enough flow. Yeah, really weird. I didn't expect that to be a thing. I figured it would just, you know, maintain, you know, enough pressure, but it's bottlenecking through the hose, per se. So that was just the fun fact of anhydrous, of running these two tanks. Well, time to make some meth heads jealous.